And let's go straight to breaking news. Legendary athlete of India, PT Usha, has been elected as the first sportswoman to head the Indian Olympic Association. She's going to be the first woman president of the Indian Olympic Association. We're being joined by Rika, who's there on the ground for more on this. Rika, big day for Indian sports, even though it's 2022.
It is a history-making moment, Sneha, for Indian sports, a new dawn for Indian sports, if I may so say. PT Usha, one of the legendary athletes of India with many Asian gold medals, and she was also very close to winning an Olympic medal in Los Angeles. You can see on that roll the precedence of Indian Olympic Association. For the last 95 years, there has been no woman. This is the first time a woman is elected to helm the IOA, and it's not just her. There are several other athletes who will be a part of the body that is now going to run the IOA. Gagan Narang, London Olympic bronze medalist, is there. He's been elected as the vice president. Also in the Athletes Commission, there are likes of PV Sindhu, Sakshi Malik. Then there is another body, people of outstanding merit, that also has 8 eminent sports people of India. So about 5 of the 14 who are currently going to be running the IOA are eminent sports persons. So a big say for the sports person in the running of Indian sports, and that definitely is going to happen for the very first time. So I can say there's going to be a paradigm shift in Indian sport and a history-making moment here at the IOA headquarters at the national capital. There has been anticipation in the air right from the morning, and now is the moment. The counting has got over. The results are yet to be declared, but I can tell you, I have heard from very reliable sources that PT Usha, Gagan Narang, they are in the clear, and they have already become the president and the vice president.
Well, Rika, tell us something in terms of the sporting history of India. PT Usha herself being one of the few exceptions, what importance does this really, what's the significance of somebody with a rich history of a sporting legacy to herself now being elected as the president of IOA? What is it that we can look in terms of India's sporting future?
Well, Sneha, right now for the committee, it'll be important to understand what the athletes need looking ahead to the Paris Olympic Games. That's going to be in 2024. Most of them are in preparation mode. Remember, last time around, their preparation was brought to a halt by COVID. But this time, the responsibility of the committee will be to see that these athletes who are preparing for the Paris Games, they go ahead and have seamless preparation. It's interesting to see how many of the current athletes are a part of this IOA body, and their inputs will be invaluable because they will be able to say a lot regarding tournaments, injury management. I was just speaking to PV Sindhu, who was here for the day-long election process. She says it's very, very important to understand the modern athlete psychology, and who better than an athlete here who can understand a modern athlete and is able to mold a young soul and help him or her reach the Olympic podium. Sneha, there's a very interesting picture that PV Sindhu tweeted this morning of her and PT Usha many years ago, and the two ladies today, PV Sindhu sitting on PT Usha's lap. That she said that was then and this is now, and she has been inspired by the likes of Usha to reach the Olympic podium. So these people who are now coming into IOA will not just run the administration and make various things about Indian sports available to them, not just give them opportunity in terms of going for tournaments, but things like injury management, things like getting the equipment done in good time. Logistics, all of this, being a sports person, one understands how important is it to get the right logistics at the right time. So these, sportsmen and women who will take charge today in the IOA, they probably will be able to do it better than the ones who were running the administration in the past.
Rika, also give us a sense, if you can just pan, and you were showing us that board right behind you, is it logistically possible to take us through the names closer, or is that going to be very difficult to move the camera at this point?
The first president of IOA, if I can show you, 1927, 1928, Sardar Rabji Tata, and from there on, several of them until 2022. Twice there have been acting presidents of IOA, Professor Vijay Kumar Malhotra, you can see in 2011, 2012, and now in 2022, Anil Khanna, who will of course be handing over to PT Usha. So on this board, you can see 95 years of history of Indian Olympic Association, and not a single woman on this board for the first time. And I emphasize here, a woman, an athlete of the stature of PT Usha, of the legendary league of PT Usha, is taking charge of the Indian Olympic Association. It is history made here, and Indian sports probably is hoping to reach a new high through Usha.